All right, in this video, we are going to talk about how to add images to your website so that you can finally get a website with some that looks a little bit better. Okay, uh, so we're going to be able to add some images, and we're going to talk a lot about the image tag. For more details, you can visit this example, which is repl.it at Bradley Crockett /webdev4, so that you can look at this example and see how I programmed it and see what I've done. For the meantime, let's talk specifically about this image tag. Okay, to add images to our page, we are going to use this img tag here, open angle bracket, and then a closed angle bracket. Now, the image tag is a little bit different than the tags that we've learned so far because there is no closing image tag. There's no beginning of the image and end of the image. It's considered a self-closing tag. Okay? The image has two very important and required attributes. Okay? Those two attributes are the source attribute and the alt attribute. Okay, what these attributes do is they tell two different stories. The source attribute tells where do I find this image. So to find my image of the surfer, I go to the IMG folder. So this is a folder. And then a /, which means inside that folder, you will find a file called surfer800x600.jpg. So 800 by 600 is the size of the image in pixels, and the .jpg is the file extension for that specific picture. Okay, so the next piece is the alt attribute, and the alt attribute serves two purposes. One, if for some reason this file doesn't load, the alt text will give a short description of what the image is anyways, so that the user will know what was supposed to be there. The second thing that it does is people who are visually impaired and can't see your images, when they use a program called a screen reader, and it reads everything on the screen. Well, the screen reader needs to know how to describe that picture, and this is the description of the picture. So it is important to use an alt tag, and it is very important to use a source attribute. They are both required, and if you don't include both of these, your images will not work correctly, and I won't be able to give you full credit on your assignment. All right, here we go. Again, IMG stands for the folder, / earth 800 by 600. These are the dimensions of the image, and then this .jpg is the file extension. Okay, and this piece here, the alt tag, is a description of the image. All right, there is one other way, a non-preferred way, to add an image to your website. And again, this is a non-preferred way, but I'll show it to you because in case you run into issues with your Chromebook and downloading and saving and uploading images, this might be a saving grace. So I can say img source equals https this big long URL, which is, if I go to this website, I will find the picture of the hummingbird. Okay, I still need to include my alt text with with a description of what the picture is, but you need to include this big long link to the picture on the web. Okay, I'll have a follow-up video on specifically how to download and save images for this, but that's to come. Right now, since we talked about my Surfer 800 by 600 image is in the image folder, I used the create folder button. I named the folder IMG, which is why it has to open the source folder IMG. And then I have these 6 different images. One of them is called Sierras 800 by 600. That's the picture of the Sierra Nevadas. I have the Surfer image 800 by 600. That's in there as well. Okay. If I wanted to include a different Surfer image, like a larger Surfer image, I could change these numbers here to 1920 by 1080, and it would then load that picture. All right. All together, this whole thing is called a file path. And it basically tells the computer where it needs to go to find the image that it's supposed to load. Hope that's it. Again, I'll show another video on how to download the images and how to load them into this folder. I'll see you soon.